Good evening. The cat has been appeased. And I love that this is how we're starting the recording.
Why not?
Yep. and now he's right back where he was before. So I guess it was a temporary stay. But hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh my gosh, that picture.
That picture is so good.
Okay, Ryan has inspiration.
Ryan has inspiration already.
Well, then Ryan gets nothing. I'll give inspiration to Monty instead.
That's valid.
Yes. Well, he statted up. I can do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Critical Recovery, a 5th edition homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Monty is not even in this campaign. However, there are many people who are. So tonight I am joined by a bunch of awesome people. We have Chris, we have Ellie, we have Io, we have Jen, we have Cindy. For one last hurrah, because of schedule changes, we have LFA hanging out in chat, yeeting all the things. We have Archbeth hanging out in chat, not yeeting anything currently. Yet is a word.
That will all change.
My name is Crash, and I will be your DM for the evening. And it's been a little while, so I kind of forget what happened previously. I think everything worked out well, right?
Well, they found out Gorga's a spy because when you're kidnapped by Burlap Sack and then brought to a fancy restaurant, Gorga thought all the plates were on the table, but apparently they weren't.
Yeah, Gorga spilled all the beans without knowing that she didn't have to spill all the beans.
Yeah.
And also, Teriash is a god now.
Yes.
Yep, it's a very good thing that Teriash is not, in fact, a player character, because that would be a little unbalanced.
A little bit.
Yes, then we spilled the god spaghetti, and then a water elemental attacked.
Oh, that's where we left off, yeah.
It's wrong to say that it attacked, because that would imply that we had rolled for initiative. It rose up, maybe it was there to offer a truce.
So we're rolling for initiative, right?
I mean, there's a very good chance that we're going to roll for initiative right now.
Is some of the party still at 1 hit point?
I hope not.
No,
you said we could press the long rest button.
Yeah, basically, when you create a literal god, it counts as a long rest and a level up.
That's valid.
At least this time around. The next time you create a god, I might change the rules.
Oh, dear.
And that's an out-of-context quote.
The next time. Yeah.
I mean, we all have various themes that we like to repeat. Apparently, I like messing with having deities mess with the world. And I'm seeing a tie for initiative between Talia and Gorga.
Oh, I forgot to roll. There we go.
Let's see.
Zuda got a 15.
Oh.
Oh no, what is that?
That is Lieutenant.
It looks like Ryan got a Nan.
That is a unique.
I don't think it lets me enter letters or imaginary numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, it can't do the. It can't do the K that.
Oh wait, I can do it in D&D Beyond because D&D Beyond started behaving with the advantage.
D&D Beyond's been nice to you recently.
So
That's
I
our
also
third
got a
17.
17.
Okay, so
I love this.
we can also go at the same time.
Yeah, it's 17, 17, 17, 15, 6.
And I realize I neglected to enter a few characters in here, so I'm going to wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey them, because we have a very large cast of individuals in this series of rooms.
Gorga dislikes this fact.
Okay. So, and I mentioned before the recording started that I did combine 2 different encounters into one encounter tracker. So I'm just going to, that's a lot of very high rolls for beings that are not here. So skip past all of them. All right. So first up, a bunch of individuals who Gorga recognizes some of them you don't, but they're all dressed similarly so that you recognize them as being members of your organization, immediately rush into the room. Congratulations, you have helpers.
Oh.
Huzzah.
Yes, and then they scream at you.
I apologize in advance.
Well, it's not that they scream at you that's disturbing. That's also disturbing. But when they scream at you, their mouth doesn't open like with a top and a bottom. It opens with like two sides and a bottom.
Oh no.
This is way more disturbing than Gorga can handle, so she's just going to ignore it.
Lots of teeth. Sharing an image now.
Yeah, Gorga's ignoring that for now.
Gorga did not expect this either.
Horrible bat people. Shapeshifters.
Worse bats.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, let's deal with the god and water elemental first and the whatever next. And I will pretend the whatever next does not exist for now.
Seda, by the way,
I don't think we're fighting the god. I mean, we're fighting a god, but that god isn't here and wasn't here.
Also, Seda, who is Gorga's immediate supervisor, is yelling something about being compromised. So apparently Seda is not in on this.
I don't think they're helpers.
There is some evidence to support your thesis.
One problem at a time.
This is all problem happening.
Nope, you don't get to deal with one problem at a time because they have multi-attack.
Oh no. Okay.
Big sigh.
All right, let's do this, shall we?
Okay, so as they rush in, one of them goes to take a swing at Morley, and the first strike is that's a 19 plus 6, so that's a 25.
I vote I use my reaction.
Okay, so suddenly, Morley, you are standing in a different part of the room.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, you've dealt with this before.
Yes. It is a bit safer over here, so okay.
And Ryan, you are going to take 9 points of slashing damage from that.
All right.
All right. And its second attack, because it's going against you, I already rolled that, and it didn't roll a yes.
What did it roll?
It was under 20.
Okay, it was
matter.
under 20.
Anything that adds up to under 20, I'm not going to assume it hits Ryan.
Yeah, I was asking because I can't cast shield when I've used my shield.
Yep, because
so
it's a reaction.
So if it was just over 20, then it would have hit.
It was slightly under 20. All right, so the next helper, listen to the air quotes, comes in and attempts, well, they all came in, but this one is now going to go after, who are they going after? How about Talia? Talia seems like a good target. All right, and that is an 8.
Mess.
In my head, canon, Talia doesn't even dodge. It's just such a low roll. It was a... Talia just looks at this being with disdain. Actually, Talia probably has resting disdain face.
Oh, yes. Good lord, yes.
And the second attack is a 17.
That'll hit.
No, it doesn't. Well, it doesn't hit you.
Oh, okay.
It hits Emerson.
Oh.
Because when Emerson's shield got changed, it got changed into the same type of shield that Ryan is using. And Emerson used it immediately. So Emerson is going to take 9 points of slashing damage. All right. Happy Fun Time attack number 3 is going to go for Zuda.
Okay.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. That'll hit.
And the second attack is going to be a 23.
Wow.
That one will miss. No.
Zuda is playing by golf rules for AC.
Yes.
Actually, no, I don't have to say golf rules. You're playing by first edition and second edition rules for AC.
Yeah, we're using Thaco for me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yay, Thaco!
I don't know what that means.
2-hit armor class 0.
Yes, it was an old method for determining combat, and at one point when an advisor was brought in to revise Dungeons & Dragons for 3rd edition, I think the line that they said was, if you get rid of Thaco, you will be doing the Lord's work.
Basically, Chris, in 1st and 2nd edition, armor class went from -10 to 10, and the higher was worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thaco made no sense, but it was standard till 3rd edition.
Well, it made a lot of sense, but it added a lot of additional math, which
That seems silly.
Yeah.
Dungeons
A
and
lot of
Dragons has
things
always
were
been math
silly.
fan fiction. But however, between those 2 hits, that's 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
that
the
was-
hobby's changed in a lot of years. It used to be just an offshoot of wargamer fantasy, but now it's more about storytelling.
And my dad's wizard had 2 hit points at 1st level, and that was when you died by hitting 0.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
all right.
Yeah.
And sorry,
Wizards could be killed by a house cat.
Wow.
Yeah, it started off as a wargamer fantasy, but over time it's become more about storytelling.
And they
That's-
got random spells.
I played in a game once. I was only there for 1 session where the party had decided to interrogate a kobold. The party rogue, who was not played by me, decided they were going to intimidate the kobold by mooning it. It was tied to a chair. The kobold bit them, did 1 point of damage, and killed them.
Wow.
That feels like a predictable result.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that everyone involved rolled very well for their intelligence and wisdom checks.
Yeah, I'm saying that seems like a situation where you're saying bite my...
And lo and behold, it was able to follow orders. Kobolds are lawful evil, so they understand following rules. By the way, the next attack is going for Morley. That's 21.
That will hit.
And the second attack against Morley is going to be a mighty 11.
That one will not hit.
Okay, you take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And the very last one of these helpers is going to go after Mo.
Oh, no.
That is an 8. And that is a 25. So Mo takes 9 points of slashing damage. And Mo just glares at this individual and says, "Son, don't."
Don't what?
No, not you.
Oh,
Son.
okay.
No,
I
this.
could see my confusion with this, though. I mean,
Oh, yes, I totally understand. I probably should have been more specific. You, the hideous aquatic monster.
Ah.
Don't.
Wait, me?
No, you're a water genasi. You're fine. I need to be more specific. You, the person who thinks you can destroy me or anyone I care about. Me? No, Harbin, not you.
oh my. Okay.
Anyway, Hellish Rebuke, which is going to happen as soon as D&D Beyond finishes reloading this character sheet.
Oh!
Because I understand the principles of Hellish Rebuke, but I don't know the numbers for a character of Mo's level.
That I can't tell you. I have the description of the spell, but you already know it, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun spell.
Yeah.
I mean, Mo is basically Satan, so he is level infinity.
I'll have you know he is not Satan.
No. Mm-mm.
He is a loving and caring father who just likes leaning into some stereotypes. And also dad puns.
He also encourages his son to, worship the dead.
Did not, and he has already
He gave
stated
me many choices.
that
We've
he's-
already talked about this before.
he's already stated he's hoping that this is a phase and Morley will grow out of it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
Stand by my statement.
horrible bat-like fish creature did not make their wisdom save. Actually, no, I'm rolling for the wrong thing. Hellish Rebuke is a different stat.
I think it's Dex or something.
Yeah, for some reason I clicked on Vicious Mockery, which is... It's different, but you could flavor Hellish Rebuke as Vicious Mockery for a bard. Heck with it. This combat's going to take forever. I'm just using Vicious Mockery and saying it's Hellish Rebuke.
That's cool.
Okay,
Bard
9
singing,
points.
"You're so bad at this, you're so bad at this, you suck."
That's 9 points of fire damage. All right. Next up is Emerson. Emerson is going to do a couple strikes. First hit. Welcome to Critical Recovery, where the DM is playing everyone involved in the encounter.
If some
That's
of us had
overcome.
rolled things that weren't 17s, perhaps there would have been more PCs going in between.
We're going to have everyone go at once in just a little bit. You're all going to try to go through the door at once, and you're all just going to be stuck there. That's 2 hits. And I'm going to average damage, so that is 16 points of damage to the one that mistakenly hit Emerson. They're not appreciative of the experience.
Oh my.
Not a bad GIF. Not a bad GIF. Doors, where you see a door, I see an instant window.
I think Rhinus done that at least once.
I could see that.
Well, doors
I mean,
doors
over
and
the
chairs.
course of this campaign.
Doors and chairs are the most vicious and unforgiving enemies in the Critical Role universe, and this is the Crit Recovery universe, so one or the other. All right, next up is
Either
Sir
way,
Not
there are
Appearance.
criticals involved.
Yes. And now we have finally finished all of the beings that rolled a 20 or higher for their initiative.
Wow.
So next up we have Gorga, Ryan, and Talia all moving at the same time.
So, who wants an extra weapon attack?
I was gonna say maybe Gorga go and do that. Oh, I think Gorga's already rolled.
And I rolled the nat 1. So yeah, I'm attacking the water elemental because that seems to be the biggest threat, but I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 8, for a total of 9.
At that point, I'll take the extra weapon attack.
And yeah, I'll give Ryan advantage as my bonus action because I can.
Alright, let's see. So that will be 3 sorcery points. Twinned haste.
Ooh.
And now Ryan and Talia are both under the effects of the haste spell.
You look a little blurry.
What does haste do again?
+2 to AC, advantage on dex saves, an additional action on each of your turns that can only be used to do a single weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. It also, when the spell ends, makes you lose a turn, but hopefully that will not come up.
A black-scaled kobold wearing half plate comes in and says, "Did you try the coffee too?" That's not canon. It doesn't happen.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we got Gorgas attacks. We've got twinned haste spells.
I'm not
What
done.
else?
Oh.
I'm not done. Let's see. So, because I cast haste on myself, I get a weapon attack,
Akiroso.
which I am going to... I mean, I think I'm in a target-rich environment.
Very much so. The DM has some regrets.
You know what? Has the watery thing... That's still here. I'm going to attack the water elemental.
Okay, which one?
Oh.
There's one in front of you at the doorway that these beings basically ran through, and there's one that rose up behind you as well.
You know what? Which side of the room is Emerson on?
You know what? I'm going to say you're both on the same side of the room.
Okay, I'm heading for the other side of the room.
Okay. The water elemental that you're running away from. Ryan is not running from the battle. Ryan is running towards a different battle that's over there.
Mm-hmm. Ryan is deciding that it might be helpful if the tanks were not right next to each other.
Okay. Well, after your turn, your reaction refreshes, so you both might end up on the same side again.
This is
however,
possible, but, Anyway.
Anyway, the water elemental that you're running away from, not in that sense, does attempt a slam attack, but that's a 10, so whatever.
And I rolled a 22 to hit with my longsword.
A glancing blow.
And that's 10 slashing, and I forgot to roll with advantage. And because, as I said, there was haste involved and such, I can still use a bonus action which I will use to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
Should I roll that with advantage since I forgot to roll with advantage on my weapon attack?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Let's see.
You forgot to roll with an advantage on your initiative, too.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did. I only saw one roll.
Yeah, it rolls them as one roll and just
okay.
the higher one. And I got a 25 to hit with the Spiritual Weapon. So that's going to be 9 force damage to the water elemental that I was charging at.
Water elementals are not sapient, but somehow you get the sense that it still doesn't like that.
My turn?
Go right ahead. Technically,
Okay.
they're going at the same time, but sure.
Bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the water elemental. I'm going to use my action to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. So that gives me 20 temporary hit points and frost stuff I can work with. And as the hasted action, I'm going to swing with my sword at the water element.
Which one? Actually, no, hold up. Like, if you're not moving very far, you will be attacking the same one Ryan's attacking because...
I'm not moving very far.
Yeah.
It's a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
That is 14 plus how much on our... plus 3, so 17 total damage.
All right.
That's my...
Have all the 17s gone?
Yes.
Okay, just
I
making
was
sure.
the last of the 17s.
Okay, but
17 total damage.
I did.
Oh, wow.
I also
So hopefully not
al-
only have all the 17s gone, hopefully all the 17s are gone.
not only was it 17 for initiative, it was 17 to hit, and it was 17 damage.
We
Wow.
rolled all the 17s yet.
all right, and all of the 16s in the initiative tracker are for the next encounter, so we're just going to ignore that for now. Now we're up to 15, which is Zuda.
How many people have been injured so far?
I have, but not by too much.
Several of the fish people raised their hands. The water elemental raises a pseudopod.
Have fewer than 6 of my allies been injured, taken damage?
I have
Yes.
taken damage, but not a lot.
But it is fewer than 6. Even if you count Emerson, who has taken damage, fewer than 6 have taken damage.
Okay. All of my allies who have taken damage get 4 hit points back.
Yay!
Nice. Are those temporary or just add them on?
Just add them on.
Okay.
It's mass healing word.
Oh,
Thanks.
that'll help.
Zuda performs a mass. You all get a little dry, stale cookie and a bit of wine.
So Zuda just shouts, heal, very loud.
Pretty much. And you get healed, and you get healed, and you get healed. And then I turn Gorga invisible.
This is
And
unexpected.
Gorga is invisible for 1 minute, no matter what she does.
Ooh, I know this spell. All right, so that is Zuda's turn.
Yes.
Next up is other encounter. It's the water elemental turns. All right. So the one at the door is going to take a slam attack or 2 against Emerson. That is a 17. Actually, no, it's not a 17. That's higher. Bonus to hit. That's over 20. So 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second attack is a lot less and doesn't hit. All right. The other elemental makes a beeline for Thava and does not attack using Emerson's stats.
Thank goodness.
Gets a nat 1 for the first attack.
The water elemental's hand falls off.
But it grows a new one very fast. And over 20 for the second one.
Thava doesn't have spells right now,
No.
but still has the hit points of a high level character.
Still has the hit points of a high level character, yes. I
Okay.
am learning that I forgot to press long rest for Thava,
Oh no.
Oops.
so I have fixed that.
Should probably do that, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have just murdered her.
Well, yes, because apparently last time there was combat, Thava was reduced to 5.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Wait,
not a good way to go into battle here.
Fava doesn't have a god yet, does she? Fava's essentially just...
Thava's
Dragon
on a probationary period, and Thava holds her action.
Oh, speaking of low hit points, everybody present will be, well, except Crash, who already knows. Everybody present will be entertained to know that in the 8:30 game last week, we suffered what under normal circumstances would have been a TPK. It was pretty impressive.
Wow.
Yes, I pitted the party up against a copy of Obey Metalcaster.
Oh.
Yeah, you like the walls with us.
Wow.
Well,
And the
level
floor
6 party
and the
against
ceiling.
currently leveled Obey Metalcaster.
Wow.
I mean, parts of the Megazord also almost died, so
A good time was had by some.
The tower.
The tower enjoyed it. I'm sure Mazir enjoyed it as well. I think Guiding Bolt did an insta-kill. Well, not insta-kill because I don't do those rules, but I think it took someone down. It took 2 people down. It was a killing blow twice.
Well, guiding
That
bolt.
sounds right.
Yes. And there was a juvenile mimic, which is one of my favorite new monster stats from
Oh, yes.
Tasha's Guide to Everything.
Oh, wow.
They are adorable.
Yeah, the group has a new pet.
Yes. All right.
And Arepa's kind of mad because Hero gets it,
I didn't.
even though Arepa's the one who rescued it.
Now, technically speaking, the rules aren't you make one animal handling check and you get a new pet.
I know, but
So, the next creature's turn, and I am posting an image. This being
Oh.
sort of floats into the room
oh,
through
that
the water
guy.
elemental that's guarding the door. Oh, no, you don't. You're not getting away that easy. I have been looking for you for some time, Thava. You cannot escape. And that's when Thava stops holding her action and uses the Dragonborn inherent ability to use a breath weapon.
Wow.
I'm glad you found a 6th voice, Crash.
Yes, and I'm hoping this character gets killed because I don't like it. It's one of those things where every word that comes out of my mouth saying this is like, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. It's not hard to do. It's not tough on the vocal cords like some of my kobold voices and stuff. I just don't like this voice.
well, we'll try to stab it. I guarantee.
Yeah.
It is the audible equivalent of wet socks.
Ugh.
It really is.
Okay, so that is a con DC 15 save for the Merid. That's a 2 on the die. I'm willing to bet that I don't need to look up a modifier. And at Thava's current level of Warlock, that means... Oh, only 46. Not 46.
Oh, 4d6.
6-sided dice. But that's a couple 5s. 18 points of poison damage. Is the Merid immune to poison? It is not. The Merid's monologue is reduced to a bunch of coughing and sputtering.
You. I know you. From the Gnome City.
From the mount. Sorry.
That's what I was going for.
I know.
Archbeth is glorious. Do not taunt Happy Spit Dragon. I disagree only because Thava is not happy.
Happy.
Not happy.
Quote,
You've
happy,
actually-
unquote.
You've actually reminded me I need to go dual door. Need to do my circuit of disappointment.
Morley.
Your circuit of disappointment.
Okay, so what's closest to me? Or to my father?
Well, there is that one fish person that foolishly attempted to attack your father, who is currently slightly on fire. Just a little bit.
The fish person is on fire, or my father
Yes.
is on fire?
Oh, column A, column B. But I think the part of your father that's on father is fire. Yeah, their father on father.
The part of your father that's on father.
Yes, we are stacking them. They are reaching the ceiling.
So Monty has become a mount for the moment.
Oh no! I don't even want to imagine the amount of chaos that would happen if Monty and Mo got together to do something.
Wow.
Monty's just sitting on... No, it would be Mo sitting on Monty's shoulder going, you know you want to. I have no idea who'd be sitting on the other... Chrome would be sitting on the other side, possibly.
Boy. Yeah.
But the whole conversation would be about burning something, so it wouldn't be that much of a good influence?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Responsible pyromania is still pyromania.
Okay, so
Monty on one side, You know you want to. Kurma on the other. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Wow.
But what I
okay.
was trying to say is, yes, Mo is slightly on fire, but it looks like it's for the aesthetic, and he's doing okay.
Okay, I would
It might
probably
not
know
even
if
be
it
fire.
was something he's cool with or not, so to speak. So I'm going to Eldritch Blast the fish person, the annoying voice, if I can.
How dare you! I am royalty!
I have a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
That will hit.
Will hit. Damage is 3.
How are you rolling? Oh, right, because you still have a bunch of other blasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think I can do that twice. Yeah, I can do 2
Multiple
beams.
Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the second Eldritch Blast on the same one.
All right, you get your third one at like level 11, and I also confused what levels the parties were.
Ah, okay.
They
All
also
right, this
haven't
time I
went
have...
into a thing that lets you add your charisma.
What?
Oh, there's something you can do that lets you add your charisma to the damage you do as well.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. I've got an 8 plus 6 for a 14. Will that
The
hit?
14 will miss.
A 14 will miss?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I've missed.
All right. It is Mo's turn because Mo held his action. Right, well, they don't seem to be here for you, so he pulls out a device. It looks like a cylinder with caps on either end that are slightly larger than the cylinder as a whole. And he twists one of them and tosses it into the middle of the room. It's glowing as he tosses it, and then there is a very bright light. And you are not in the room anymore.
I'm not.
No, none of you are.
What?
You're in the woods.
How?
Probably not Skelvar because it's dry. There are parts, there are things that were in the room that are also with you. There's a few books that as you come to your senses, you see falling to the ground. Gorga's boss is probably going to dislike that. In the case of Rhine, you think that, yeah, that's half of the table that was in the room that's with you. Not the whole table. But most of who was in the room with you, you do not see.
Okay, did any god bits follow us? Because if they didn't, then I need to get back to work. But if they did, then I guess I'm stuck with you folks.
Did any of the enemies follow us?
Well, you could ask that fish person that's right in front of you.
Right, okay.
By the way,
Did any of the enemies follow us?
I will tell you right now, none of you see any of your allies.
I will hold my sword at the fish person's throat if it helps get us answers.
Okay. Well, they're going to get a chance to strike at you first.
I think we're still in the initiative.
Yeah.
Is Gorga still invisible?
Yes.
Gorga is still invisible, yes. That spell doesn't have you moved out of range of the caster. It's just so long as the caster maintains concentration for a minute, Gorga is just always invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then the random fish person feels a blade at their throat and says, "Are you an enemy?"
Oh, we are still in initiative, so give me a second here. But you know what? Let's resolve that one first. So Gorga, you do point your... Well, you don't get a chance to do that yet because your turn will be starting after this. The fish people had an initiative of 21. They get to go first.
Oh, that's what those other things were. Fish.
They resemble bats if you look at the arc a little bit, but only because I cropped the image.
Okay.
They smell like the ocean. Or a disused pier. Let's put it that way. In any case, the one that got teleported with Gorga is looking stunned, not in the mechanics sense, but in the wait.
What type thing?
This is not how it was supposed to go. Yeah. So that is their turn. They spend it trying to do a perception check. Okay, not bad. Gorga, could you do me a stealth check at advantage?
All right. And I rolled pretty badly, but with advantage, I got an 18.
Okay, well, apparently they did very well. They got a 19. So they know that you're there.
I'm still holding a sword at their throat, so I'm not sure what exactly this
You will
changes.
be at initiative 17, but you don't get to that until initiative 17. This is their turn. However, they try to take a strike at you. You are invisible, so they roll a disadvantage, and I got a nat 1 on my second roll. So they are striking.
The air.
You are assuming they were attempting to strike at you, but there was no need for you to move where you were at all. All right, and next being is next to Rhine, and they seem to have some regrets because next to Rhine. I mean, they're kind of rogue statted, and rogues versus walking armories. In any case, it's going to attempt 2 attacks. That's a nope. Okay, well that's 24. Actually, no, I'm wrong. That's a 22. Ryan, does a 22 hit?
Oh, I cast shield.
So it does not. All right, that's their turn. Next up is the one that is hanging out with Talia. That is not going to hit Talia. That is a 16.
That'll hit Talia.
Okay, 9 points of slashing damage.
20 points of cold damage to it.
It doesn't like that. Next up is the one going after Zuda. That's a 23.
Just barely hits.
And a 3 on the die. You're going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And last up is the one that got teleported with Morley.
Okay.
That's a 16.
That will hit.
Excuse me.
And the second attack is a 14.
My armor class is 14.
So that will be 2 hits. That's 18 points of slashing damage.
Whoa, okay.
What's your total now?
47?
Okay, you're fine. All right, so that's all their turns. Gorga, now you can point your sword at their throat.
Listen, you little whelp, you're on your own, and you're going to die one way or another. So tell us what your plans are, and you may live long enough to run away.
If I'm going to die anyway, I will make the choice that leads to a more pleasant afterlife. You should have done the same.
And I'm saying, if you're going to die, maybe you can die in the woods. If you give us the information we need, we'll let you run away and let nature decide its course.
Make an intimidation check at disadvantage.
Gorga is not very good at intimidation, but I got a 4.
Oh no.
Okay. In Gorga's defense, you're attempting to intimidate them to betray a god, one that has done some serious things in recent history. All right. So it is disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'll stab it through its throat.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Got advantage.
Because you're invisible. Actually, no, not because of that. Hasted, right?
No,
It's Talia that's hasted.
Oh,
Gorga gets advantage because invisibility.
okay. Well, that's a 26.
At 26 or 13 damage.
All right. Noting.
Before we wrap this up, you attacked with advantage.
Sneak attack dice.
I already rolled with advantage.
Yeah, but what we're saying is
Yeah,
attack
but
dice.
you get sneak attack dice.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you roll with advantage, you get sneak attack dice.
Or if your ally is engaged with the same target.
Mm-hmm.
17 points
So-
sneak attack damage.
13 standard, 17 sneak attack. So yeah.
It is almost bloodied from that one strike.
Nice.
And that was one of the ones that hadn't been hit yet. So, Ryan.
I have a question.
I have several answers, most of which Gorga will dislike.
Did I leave my spiritual weapon back where we were?
Unfortunately, yes, it doesn't travel with you.
Unfortunate. Well, that's okay. So there's the fish person and what else?
That's all you see, a fish person.
Oh, that's the only enemy right now?
Yep. There are other enemies out there, but you're all scattered.
Yeah, we're all in the woods. We're just not all in the same place in the woods.
Oh, I thought
I
we were all
get it
together. Okay.
Well, you,
Oh,
you
we're
were
not-
until the teleportation happened.
No, I thought
So-
even after teleportation we were all together, so that's my bad.
Yeah, I got that.
So I'm alone and with...
With
With what?
sushi, yes. Future sushi.
Wait, are we all alone with a Marid?
Each of you,
We're all
well, no,
alone.
not Marids. The Marid, none of you sees a Marid.
Oh,
Each of
okay,
you
okay,
is in a
okay.
random place in a random patch of woods, and the only enemy each of you sees is a different fish person.
Were the fish people here before?
They're the fish people who were attacking you in the room.
Oh.
Okay. So they're the terrible bat things.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
They're the worst bats.
The new superhero that nobody wanted, Batfish.
No. No one wants that.
I get out my batfish repellent.
Right.
It expired in the 60s.
So, inflict wounds.
No.
And I am burning a... Nope, that was the wrong level of spell slot. I want a second level spell slot, not one of my third level spell slots.
Now go ahead and do third level. What's the worst?
Dump
that
all
could
the spell
happen?
slots.
Okay, let's see. And I would like to use my inspiration to not roll a nat 1.
That there is the worst that could happen.
Ugh! Okay, so Beyond hates me right now.
But you're hasted, so you get something else to do too, right?
I can swing my sword, yes.
Swing it.
19 to hit.
That definitely hits. You see, it likes you again.
5 slashing damage. I don't think it likes me.
Aaron,
you a little
jinxed that. You entirely jinxed that.
D&D Beyond likes you, it just doesn't like you.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to quicken a spell.
Archbeth, no.
Let's try the inflicting wounds again. Ah!
It was worth a shot. All right. So next up is Talia.
I would still be hasted, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to just 2 swings with the Raven Queen's Wrath. That's a nat 20.
Okay. Oh, wait, real quick. What was that second roll that you did? The most recent roll that you did, Ryan.
It was a 13 to hit.
That hit.
Oh!
I've got too many ACs I'm keeping track of. So
That makes sense.
You looked at the wrong one.
I did look at the wrong one.
Well, that changes things.
And it is not popping up what the damage was.
25.
But that, oh,
25.
Product.
Okay. So as I'm entering that damage in, it is now bloodied, and Ryan just finished that.
Yes.
Talia, you hit with a
So the
27. That was a nat 20. And it looks like 10 points of damage.
No, that's 10 to hit for the second.
Oh, you did both your attacks before doing damage. I was just
Yes.
doing the same thing. I should have realized that. All right, so go ahead and roll your damage for 1 crit and 1 miss.
Okay.
Well, don't roll the damage for the miss.
16.
16 points of damage. Also bloodied. Next up is going to be, unless there's a bonus action from Talia, it's going to be Zuda.
All right, so I've got a fish person with me, a
You
bat
do.
fish.
Yes, they're looking quite healthy, but
You
you
know-
can change that.
I would prefer not to kill you. If we work together, perhaps we can get out of these woods alive. What do you say?
They spit at you.
That was not what I was hoping you would say.
Also, their mouth isn't designed for spitting very well, so it's more of a spray.
I'm going to reach out and touch someone.
Don't poke the fish. Ew.
Will a 14 hit?
A 14 hits.
That's 28 inflict wounds damage, which I believe is necrotic.
Not bloodied.
Not quite.
Not yet. All right, anything else?
Yeah, I'll healing word myself
Okay.
for 5 hit points.
Okie doke. And last but certainly
Better
not
than
least,
not having those hit points.
last and certainly not least for this initiative tracker, Morley.
Okay, I'm going to set the fish person on fire by using Hellish Rebuke, and
No, that's a
don't think
reaction.
He can evade. It's
You
a
do
reaction.
that when they
but
hit
he
you?
hit me. He did.
Yes,
oh,
but
it
you
has
have
to
to do
be
that
immediate?
right when they hit you. Yeah.
Okay, I did not read that part. Never mind. Let's see, what else can I do? So no one. I can't see anyone except this fish person, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll use Burning Hands instead. Which should do something good. So
Let's hope for not another sanctimonious incident.
I mean,
Well,
you are
I
in the
can
woods.
control flame too, so it's okay.
Okay. That's
I'm here for
fine
this
then.
content, and I believe I have to make a saving throw. What's my save against burning hands?
Let's see. Dexterity 14.
Oh, these are very dexterous creatures.
Oh no.
But a 9 is not going to do it.
Okay, so I don't think I've used this before.
Just click the one for the damage, and I will determine the rest for you.
Okay. It's something weird to my character sheet. Right. Okay, got it. What am I doing? Rolling damage?
Yep.
Okay, rolling damage. Oh, that's 6. Okay, I have a total of 23. Yes.
You burn it a lot.
Good.
You are the burninator. You are burninating the countryside.
Hopefully not the whole countryside. That would be
Well,
bad.
everything within the 90-degree arc of your burning hands is currently on fire.
Okay.
You
I
might
can
need
fix
that
this
control flames.
You
Yeah.
might need that control flames. That is a problem for future Morley, not present Morley. Present Morley is dealing with, well, it's not sushi anymore.
later. No. Not very much anymore, no.
It's broiled,
Possibly.
baked salmon.
Something like
All right.
this, possibly.
It
Okay.
is-
Depending on what trees are growing in the forest, it could be cedar plank salmon.
Nice. Okay, and I'm going to be right back, unless that thing's about to hit me.
It is not yet.
Okay, I will be right back.
Since it's the bottom of the initiative order and we've been playing for about an hour,
Sure, let's take a short break. We'll be back in a little bit.
All the buttons.
Yes, all of them. We're back, and while we were gone, we were devising plans for killing the Tarask. Why? No reason. Certainly nothing that's relevant to the current campaign. Probably. Maybe. Just saying. So, we are still in combat, because the DM has regrets. And I misspoke during the break. I said some things which turned out to not be true. The last person who went was Morley. We are at the start of the next round. And the fish person that has been engaged with Gorga, they have not set a date yet. Gorga's probably going to break it off, or maybe break a few limbs, all the limbs, is going to attempt to attack Gorga. Gorga is still invisible. So that's a miss. And second attack is not going to be a nat 20, because disadvantage. It's instead going to be a 14.
That's still a miss because my AC is 15.
All right. It's having a bad time. Next up is going to be the bloodied fish person who is attacking Rhine, because if you're going to go out, I mean, go up against an impossible foe. The walking armory. That is a 24 to hit.
I'll cast shield.
I still am very amused that when they roll a 24, you can defeat that with shield.
Yeah, my AC is 22 right now.
I love
have
that so
haste
much.
stuff.
And the second attack is a 16. Third is the one going for Talia, who has taken significant cold damage recently, but they have not learned their lesson. That is a 21,
That'll hit. 20 points of cold damage.
and you take 9.
Okay.
I am not rolling this attack at disadvantage, so stop doing that, Crash. And second attack is a 23.
That'll hit. 20 points of cold damage.
It kills itself by stabbing it.
I'm glad, because that was my last cold damage. Because it would have knocked the shield off.
Also, you take 9 points of stabbing damage.
That's fine. That would have knocked the shield off anyway. It's fine.
Okay. Next up is one of the fish people that is actually not bloodied yet. They are going after Zuda. Strike number 1 is an 18.
ties go to the attacker.
Okay, that's 9 points. And the second attack is a 12. And last but not least for the fish people, they're all tied for last place, so technically not least, is the one going after Morley.
Okay,
First attack is going to be a 9.
that will miss.
A mighty 9.
No, I feel
was
like
for you,
that would
Chris.
involve the tower.
And the second attack is a 18.
That will hit.
Okay, 9 points of damage.
Okay, so can I hit him with the witch bolt now?
With Hellish Rebuke, you can.
That's what I mean. Yeah, sorry. I'm a little out of it. Yeah, I'm going to
Quite all
do
right.
the Hellish Rebuke thing. See if I can find it again. There it is. Okay, so I don't think I've actually successfully used this the entire game. So,
I know I need to make a save.
oh, okay. Dex 14 save.
That would be a no.
Okay, so he's failed to save. So the description of the spell is you point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames, as you know, to add to the ones he already has. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much as damage on a successful one. So I roll 2d10.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, the game gave me 3d10, so it's a second level spell. Maybe that's why. 19.
Right. So 19 points of damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the only reason they're not bloodied is because you successfully cauterized the wounds.
Oh, okay.
They're bloody.
Good.
All right. So next up, let's see what's happening here.
Various sirs not appearing in the film.
Oh no, this is a sir appearing in this film.
Oh,
Yes. So Zuda, you see Emerson charge in and take a whack at the one that you've been fighting.
oh, hello.
He is he is covered to the waist in mud. It's the top half of him that's covered in mud.
Had a problem with a snowboard, huh?
So, fun fact, Paladins of Tyr, now a Paladin of Terish, don't necessarily have...
Occasionally just get mud dumped on them.
don't apparently have compulsions against profanity. So,
Well, that's fun.
for one of you, that's going to be a hit, and gets another attack. That is not going to be a hit, but that's one hit. And I do not do damage with the fish person stat. There we go. It's bloodied. Next up is this one is not appearing in this film. Gorga.
All right,
Oops.
well, I'm going to take a stab at the closest thing near to me that is an enemy. So I rolled a 3 for a total of 11, and I give it advantage to Ryan.
An 11
I
hits, by the
don't
way.
think you can see Ryan.
Yeah, you can't see Ryan. However,
But you also have
11 is their
advantage on
armor
your
class.
attack roll.
11 hits.
You have an advantage on your attack roll, just to be sure.
All right,
21
with
hits more.
advantage, I get a 21, and
And don't forget that sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
so that's 15 sneak attack damage and 12 regular damage.
All right. Very bloodied. Ryan.
From out of nowhere, a gunshot rings out. You've shot the invisible swordsman!
I've heard this before. Where is it from?
Three Amigos.
I
Been a
have
long
not
time since I
seen
watched
that
that.
movie in
It's been a while.
Yeah,
at least 20 years, maybe 30.
it's a wonderful movie.
Oh, great. Real bullets.
Mm-hmm. You got me a sweater. A sweater.
So,
Yes, Ryan, sorry.
you see what I can do? I will give you one chance. Run.
It attempts to spit at you. Again, it's more of a spray.
I
Fine.
like how we're all showing mercy except the warlock.
Nope.
Technically, the warlock could have showed mercy, but it just kept... stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
In that case,
Of course, the other warlock did burnate the countryside.
Yes. Ryan is going to.
inflict the wound.
All right. Give us a roll.
And this time I will try with...
Whoa.
Whoa! Cindy, your mic. I mean, not that Ryan would complain about having an echo right now,
But it
but
actually would work, you know?
not really the dramatic echo. That's fine.
Thematically, it works if this ends up being a killing blow.
All right.
15 hits.
29 necrotic damage.
How do you want to do this?
You don't want mercy? Then tell your god that justice is coming.
And Ryan's coming with it.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm channeling Tombstone. You're a daisy if you do.
When you reach the afterlife, tell death I said, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?"
When you reach the afterlife, tell death I said, "Hey, are you free next Friday? I'm trying to get a card game together."
Hey, Death, you still owe me $20.
And there'll be a few people who've already said yes. Mo will be there. Daldane said she'd try to make it.
Oh,
But
Daldane would have
they-
so much fun.
Would Tim be there?
My
see
schedule
Daldane would
is
invite Tim.
currently open, except for alternating Wednesdays. We have a cribbage match. Not all of my charges are dexterous enough to do well, though.
That
With
sounds
that
like
said-
a lie, but I'm not going to question it.
Talia, it is your turn.
Well, the thing killed itself, so
Yes. So you're just, how did you kill it, by the way? How did they want to do this, I guess?
well, the way I always imagine Armor of Agathis, if they kill themselves with it, they just kind of slash, and then the ice just goes over them and freezes them. That's the way I always envision it.
Okay, so
And
you
then
have
they
a
fall
fish
apart.
sickle. It is the worst meat popsicle ever.
I love it when they do that. Get over.
All right. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Natural 20.
You see all and regret most.
And my perception check is 28.
Oh, hold on. I just saw the 28 pop up and I immediately...
Yeah, I saw that.
22
too.
for
Yeah.
me.
Okay, 22 is still good enough. You're
And
pretty
it wasn't at
sure...
20.
You're pretty sure you hear combat over there.
I head in that direction.
Okay, you see a fish person who seems to be by themselves, but bleeding profusely.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay,
14.
that's hit.
14.
That's also a hit.
12.
How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Just the two pops go right through the chest.
Okay, I've got some bad news. I'm so sorry, Gorga. You're not going to be able to kill that fish person. Because two Eldritch Blasts come from over a hill and go through its chest, and it drops dead in front of you.
That's all right. I'll tell the rest of the party it's been a party, or it's been a pleasure, and I got 17 on my deception check on that roll.
I
Well, the only member of the party you see here is Talia.
believe her.
All right.
I still got a 17 on that deception check, but otherwise I will do my best to return to my government and my former employment.
Okay. Well, there's still some combat happening.
There's
So,
still combat happening.
yeah.
Yeah, you're still you're still invisible for 7 more rounds. So
Yeah.
oh no.
So
Doesn't it
Talia just hears this disembodied
voice.
voice saying, "It's been fun."
Chris, this is greater invisibility. It lasts until I say it does.
I love greater
Or
invisibility.
1 minute, but we're only on round 3.
I love greater
Oh,
invisibility.
All right. So, for the next attack, that is not coming from a party member or a fish person.
It's Emerson, I think.
No, Emerson already went.
Oh, right.
Right.
This is
For some
someone
reason, I
else.
thought you went on a 16.
Emerson goes on a 20.
Okay.
This is a 14.
Well, then I go first.
Oh, you're right. I went right past you, and I apologize for that. So, Zuda.
Yeah, I don't want to waste a spell slot on this guy. I'm going to Toll the Dead. Got to make a Wisdom save at 14.
Oh, they are very wise. It's why they agreed to be fish people.
Indeed.
That's a 10.
And so I have to roll it manually. 7 and 4 is 11 necrotic damage.
All right. And the attack that happens right after yours, because you were initiative 15 and this person is initiative 14, is an individual wearing plate mail, no helmet. They appear to be a balding human with Isaac Asimov level sideburns. If
That's
you've ever
impressive.
in my notes, I just wrote impressive sideburns. So I'm glad that you got that same adjective.
Mm-hmm.
Runs screaming through the woods and immediately attacks this fish person. And
Well, all right then. The fish person that's attacking me,
yes,
golly, I get all the attention.
that is, well, technically the fish person's getting all the attention. which is for the best.
Yes.
Because you probably wouldn't like the attention. That's 2 hits, so that's going to be 20 points of damage total, because average damage for a maul, because that's what they're using, is 10.
Ooh.
And there is a fish person skull that has been reduced to a few splinters and a wet smear.
I was going to say cleft in twain, but yours is better.
Well, it's a maul. You can cleft in twain with a maul. You can definitely do that. I've
done it.
I have used a maul for chopping wood, and it is it's super effective. However, it's also a very, very heavy implement, so crushing is also very accurate.
Yes.
And this individual with the maul has apparently been running for quite some distance, is not covered in mud. Not from head to toe, not from waist to head either. Not even from waist to toe.
He's not a paladin of Tyr.
There are no paladins of Tyr here. There's a paladin of Joa here. But they set the maul down and start leaning on it and go, Emerson, what in the 9 hells are you doing here? Next up is...
I really don't think the 9 hells are involved.
Yet.
You never know.
I mean, there is a warlock of Asmodeus, apparently.
But not right there.
Not right there. That's true.
No, true. You're over there somewhere.
Right.
I'm just waving broadly in distance. Seda appears. Not next to Zuda. That would be a little uncanny. But Seda shows up where Talia is. And also where Gorga is, but Gorga's currently invisible. Okay, is there a reason why we're in the middle of the woods? Because I feel like there's a reason we're in the middle of the woods, and I'm hoping I don't have to ask Mo about that.
Would I be able to roll
I
an
can
Arcana?
tell you about that at our next tea.
Would I be able to roll an Arcana to see if I know what was cast to
Sure.
teleport us all to different places?
I'm thinking by saying tea, I'm using Thieves' Cant.
That's a 10.
Okay, so your best guess is the line from one of the Batman movies, where does he get all those wonderful toys? Mo did a thing.
The first one. It's the Joker. Sorry.
Well, not the first Batman movie. The first Batman movie had shark repellent.
Okay. The first Tim Burton movie.
Yeah. Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
It's true.
Is my favorite line from the whole movie, but never mind that. Second favorite is Robin, hand me the shark repellent. Because, they just carry that. Okay. Well, are we done here?
I believe
that's
so,
David
but
talking.
we will discuss this at our next book club meeting. Thieves' Cant.
Gorka, you already told Talia everything, right?
Yes, I believe I've already actually requested a job.
Yes, and I already agreed to have you start the paperwork. So I'll ask again, are we done? And Seda gestures broadly at the smear that this fish person is.
As done as we could be.
Right.
There's a frozen popsicle one on that side as well.
Oh,
I have to confess, I know this isn't what's happening, but I'm really entertained by the idea of Gorga actually saying, we'll discuss this at our next book club. Thieves can't.
That's what I'm picturing.
I would argue that Gorga is a bit better at this than that.
Yes,
There's a
I
funny
imagine
image.
so.
A little bit, but not much. But yes.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
you are experiencing a very stilted discussion where Gorga brings up her book club.
And leans heavily towards Seda and winks, but still invisible so no one's seeing the body language.
So I'm assuming she's in training still, right?
Yes. To be honest, we did not bring Gorga on for the more...
Subterfuge.
Yes, exactly. You may have noticed Gorga is very good at stabbing things a lot.
That I will not take away from her. She's very good at them.
Yes, so we brought her on because those talents are indispensable. With that said, and at this point Seda pulls out a scroll case and pulls a scroll out of it. What do you say we go back and see if there's anything left of the base? Yes, no, maybe so?
Oh, I said good plan.
All right. The mic didn't pick it up. All right, so Seda uses his action to cast a spell and poof, you're back in the base, and you get to resolve the whole thing with, Mo, why did you send all the allies all over the place in the middle of woods that aren't in Skelvar? I was helping.
All of us?
Not really.
Wait, all of us
all
are
of us?
gone, or
No.
just okay?
No, just Tali.
So we've split the party.
Well, yes, but table talking, both of these characters aren't going to be in the next session, so
That's fair.
Okay.
But no one listening to this is going to hear that, because I certainly will edit this out. And if I don't edit this out, everyone listening to this recording later on, none of this happened.
Yeah, forget all of this.
Yes.
It was all a dream.
Imagine that Zuda had her hood up during this discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
All
It's a
right.
very big hood. It covers everybody.
It's very comfy. What's the thread count on that hood? All right, and after that is a whole bunch of us are not appearing in these films. The Marid, who's having a fantastic conversation with Mo and Thava right now, off camera. Morley,
Yes.
as luck would have it, there's one scion left. Well, Deep Scions is the name of the creature, the fist person.
Okay.
And they're in front of you.
And they are on fire.
And so is everything else around you. Yes.
I could fix this later. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, so...
Oh, Ryan, you killed yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Okay, I'm
Wait,
going...
are we together again?
No.
I was
No.
just...
Sorry.
Talia did reunite
I-
with Gorga, but everyone else is still separate.
For some reason, I thought you hadn't killed yours.
No, I offered it a chance to run. It decided not to, and then I killing blowed it with inflict wounds.
They murdered it.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Okay, I'm going
I-
to do Eldritch Blast on this fish person. Hopefully this
That's
ends
classic.
the fish person.
He will end you.
Okay, so I think I just hit the button.
And you make an attack roll.
That's a 15.
That's a hit.
All right, damage is 7.
That is not a killing blow.
Okay, I can do it twice, I think. Yeah, 2 beams total. So second one is a 1, so it's a 7. So I've missed.
Yeah, and that
entirely.
one's gonna miss.
That one misses.
Zoda is alarmed as an eldritch blast goes flying past her head.
I'll explain later.
And when Zuda looks over in that direction, there's this giant pillar of black smoke rising up from the forest. You're pretty sure you found Morley.
Or Zeely.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to inflict Zeely on this party. Yet. I do love crossovers. And next up is the last character that I am adding in at this point. Let's see. What is their attack? Oh, okay.
I'm struggling so hard. Sorry.
That's a hit.
Anytime I hear someone do an evil laugh on chat, my immediate instinct is to reply with nyah, nyah, nyah.
Okay, Jabberjaw. Or Curly. Or both. So, out of nowhere, no, that's not true. From directly above you, a large dog lands on the fish person and rips out their throat.
What now?
A large dog falls out of the sky and rips out the fish person's throat. This is a sentence that I get to say in Dungeons & Dragons using actual game mechanics. And I love this.
It looks directly at Morley and says, woof.
No, it does
Hey,
not.
I
But
use,
but it does look at Morley and wag its tail.
Okay, so is the dog now on fire, having dropped on the creature that was on the fire?
It doesn't seem to take fire damage much.
It is wreathed in celestial fire?
We are all going to die by Dogecoin.
I mean, we're not.
Thankfully, you're not here.
I was gonna say we're not.
Yeah, I thought.
However, well, you'll be there, and many of you will be there in a little bit, because the giant pillar of smoke and flame rising up is a clue that you found Morley.
I think let's go in that direction.
Yeah, maybe. With all the chaos
Yeah.
that's going on,
So-
going towards the chaos is how you reunite. However,
So
I
the dog
perhaps
looks
have
like
someone to
Hurricane.
rescue.
What? Sorry, didn't hear.
Oh, I just said I perhaps have someone to rescue.
I see. Okay, so
Yes.
if-
Because I know nothing about the dog. I just see
No.
the giant pillar smoke.
Right. So if the dog is not on fire, I'm going to try to use control flames as much as I can.
Okay. And as everyone converges on the flames, to see Morley going control flames, control flames, control flames, control flames.
I don't think
control
I'd be saying it.
flames.
I'd just be like waving my hands around. Like this one and this one and
And
And this one is on fire, and this one's on fire, and this one's on fire.
And this one's on fire.
Did you set fire to a forest?
When you drive these in a volcano?
So you see Morley frantically attempting to put out the forest fire that Morley lit in self-defense
yes.
by accident.
Yes. But I survived.
I will use my water skin and shape water to help the effort.
Oh, good.
And
I'm
you
wearing
also
armor. I'm going to start trying to stomp out fire.
And you also see Morley's new friend, who is now your new friend, apparently, because it comes around and, let's see, it is going to lick Morley.
For 17 points of damage.
Oh,
Well, yes and no. It heals Morley for 10 points of damage
Oh, I feel better.
by licking Morley's face.
Good puppy. Good puppy dog.
oh.
She has a golden
Oh.
retriever of doom.
This dog fell right out of the sky, landed on the fish person. It was fantastic.
Is it damage?
I have questions.
I have no answers for this. This is what I saw.
It also licks Rhine and heals Rhine
Huh.
for 10 points.
Ryan is now at full hit points again.
When it does this, it uses its wings to fly up and lick Rhine right in the face.
Hi. Hey there.
It barks
good
once
boy.
and wags its tail. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Before we end it for tonight, can I start casting Layman's Tiny Hut?
The character with the Isaac Asimov sideburns, who is not named Isaac, I missed an opportunity there.
Ah.
I should have named them Isaac. I did not. They are actually named Amos Bronson. They suggest following them because they've got a place where you could spend the night.
Ah,
So if you want to cast
That
Layman's Tiny
will be-
Hut, sure. But how about casting it over here where there's more friends?
that will be easier.
Okay. So with that said, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for playing. I have been Crash, and tonight I was joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Chris, Ellie, Io, Jen, Cindy, Archbeth, and Elife were hanging out. And who wants to plug some things?
Eo's mum writes books.
Oh, yes.
He has one of those books. By the time you hear this, they will be at elizabethmccoy.com.
But I just heard this.
Yeah, well,
You think
I'm waiting for DNS to propagate. What can I do?
True.
I do a podcast about video games and nerd culture and just all things nerd. You can find us at azrothctc.com.
That's really cool, but what if I specifically wanted Diablo news that was talked about on the official Twitter account for Diablo?
On the Twitter, yes, that did happen. So I am the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. My husband Sean is the producer of the show. And we just had our 300th episode go out today. Went out today, Saturday. And the day we recorded episode 300 was the day that the official Diablo account on Twitter and Facebook put Shattered Soulstone in the community spotlight, which will last for like a week or something like that. And it's on the Battle.net browser too, if you look at the Diablo stuff.
It is. I've got it open.
Yeah, it's so exciting to have that happen. And you can find that episode 300 and more at shatteredsoulstone.com. If you want to find more Diablo stuff, I've got a bunch of videos from season 22 that are on my site, and eventually they go to YouTube. And my website is bookofgen.com.
Okay, but what if I wanted to join a really cool social network that wasn't Twitter?
I don't know. you might.
Sorry, that really tickled me.
It's the silence afterwards that made it even better.
You might go to elekk.xyz. That's elekk.xyz. We have all the things, including custom emojis, very long posts, and actually a pretty vibrant local timeline.
And a team of admin who actively make sure it stays a healthy, nice community,
Yeah.
which makes it not Twitter in many cases.
Mhm.
We have fun.
We do. And we also have a Patreon. You can help us keep the lights on at patreon.com/cogwheelgaming. You can join other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Cindy, Ellie, Eric, Janadalok, Mickey, Shanshen, and Walter. And thank you very much, Cindy, for joining us on this, the last of the sessions for this campaign that you get to be a regular on. We still have the Kobold
we'll
game.
miss you.
We still have the Kobold game, so you still get to play a wizard with some stick
Yes.
and fight off the seagulls.
No, we're wishing Cindy the best possible luck in her new job.
Yeah.
It's
Woo!
Gainful
Indeed.
employment.
Thank
You're gonna
you.
do great.
And those seagulls, stop it now.
Stop poking the head. All right.
You know,
So until-
Zenosha is the right size to be someone's backpack while they run, provided that the someone is medium size.
Very much true. But also now has a giant mech.
True. That can't be your backpack while you run.
Not unless you're
fanny
gargantuan.
pack on someone of large size.
All right.
Zenosha will try.
So,
Good night, everybody.
until next time, this is Crash saying, rise up, sons, daughters, and non-binary offspring, followers, whatever, of Argonia. Evil rises again. Jarl and his followers are already causing chaos, churning up the ocean, letting loose hurricanes on the shore. Even now they plot against you and your charges. Seek them out and destroy them.
No,
Good night,
I'm just
everybody.
going to take a
Boring.
nap.
When's the next game?